2 years ago, many of you were at our meetings 2 years ago. We stood up and said, we're not going to let them do this to us. We're going to save this organization. Can we do it? I thought we could. I'm a finance person, and I thought I can find a way. Just give me those numbers. It was a shock to me. I ran the numbers. I looked every which way, and no matter how much I looked, it became apparent that without the ability to provide handicaps to our members, which provided us with revenues, we couldn't do it without charging some sort of a member fee. We're not doing handicaps anymore, and you're paying $39 to NCGA for your handicap. Will you pay more? Can we survive? How are we going to pay our expenses, our rent, our payroll? We only have 3 employees. We're already bare bones. How are we going to reimburse our volunteers? We have 3 options. One is to charge more or charge you a member fee. 2 is to charge more for open days, and 3 is to charge more for tournaments. We need some income to offset our expenses, or we can't continue this organization. Will our members stay with WGANC if we increase our prices? I ran the numbers using just our cash reserves, and we have a fairly large cash reserve. Without any individual annual membership dues, we would survive 1 year. And at the end of that year, we would have no reserves to donate to junior golf. That we would have used all of our money. If WGANC remains independent and we charge $40 to $50 plus your additional $39 to NCGA, we could probably survive. It depends on how many members actually stay with WGANC. As those numbers drop down, which we would expect if we charge $40 or $50 in addition to the $39, we would have to charge more. Are our members willing to pay that? Probably not. So the bottom line is you have to vote whether to keep this organization solvent, and the way that we can keep it solvent is to go to NCGA. We could try, and we would make every effort, but where are we going to cut our costs? We're already running bare bones. So based on all of that, I ran the numbers with $25, $30, $40. I tried to cut it down, but we were digging into our reserve all along the way. So $50 doesn't sound like much, and some of you say, sure, I'll do that. Well, then great. If everybody did that, we could stay solvent, and we could continue our open days, and we can continue as we are. This proposal from NCGA allows us to continue as we are. Basically, we don't have a board, we have a committee, but we stay the way we are. We have open days, we have tournaments, and we hope that in the future, NCGA will see how well we do it and how important this is to women's golf, and they will continue that. That is our hope. I think that this is our best option to be able to continue women's golf. The board actually voted on whether we wanted to endorse this NCGA. I was so against it 2 years ago, but we've come full circle, and I think that NCGA learned a lot from us, and we learned a lot from NCGA. And they are offering us a great package, and this is our best option. And the board voted whether to endorse this unification. I keep forgetting the word that we're using. The unification, and it was unanimous that we endorse it. So we hope that you take all of this into consideration, and you're going to make the decision ultimately. And that's all I've got. Linda?
Thank you.